Thank you for tuning in to learn about one of my favorite services that we offer here. I really enjoy the process of quantifying and defining who a business's best customers are. The value of this is really what excites me, and that value lies in the fact that when you know who your best customers are, you're in a better position to make the difficult decisions that come across a business owner's desk day in and day out. That's because this knowledge of who your best customers are and what's most important to them allows you to really key in on those things that help you manage your costs. In fact, this is a common problem associated with those who don't have this clear view and definition. It really comes down to their costs are increasing faster than their sales. And so whenever that's happening, it's always an indicator that there's something about the customer that's not clearly understood, because those costs are out of whack with the percentage of sales growth. The best way to see it is actually to see how much the core direct costs are growing in relation to how much sales is growing. With that, think about the solution. The solution here is really getting to know what are pretty common questions associated with any good reporter writing a news story. It's the who, what, when, where, why, and how. But for a business owner, the answer to those questions are all anchored by the customer. That's because maximizing profits starts with knowing what your best and worst customers look like. When you have a clear view of what the two extremes look like, you're better able to make the fine-tuning and adjustments that are needed within a business. This is because defining who your best customers are is one of the best decision guides to improving the quality of your actions and therefore the profit quality of your results. The 7P framework has been developed to help do just that. This framework is driven by the simple fact that when you know the answers to these elements, these 7 Ps, you then know how to position your business to trigger a decision to buy, which then enables you to start the whole process for making money, which is through sales. So one of the differentials between businesses in the lower and higher profit stages is those that are in the higher profit stages really are dialed in to what triggers a customer's purchase decision. They know what triggers the decision because a triggered decision to buy is going to represent cash inflow, whereas a decision to not buy represents no cash inflow. And so knowing what triggers a customer to buy is key to selling more at higher profits. Again, those that are on this end of the business profit stages always generate higher sales because they know their customers really well. Those who tend to be on this end, they don't know their customers. They especially struggle as to what triggers them to buy and why they should buy from them. They just don't have that line of sight around those key insights. And this costs money. Just consider a business that's looking to increase sales by 20% and they have an operating income goal of 30%. A business puts $60,000 of bottom line profit at risk by not having what we like to refer to here as a customer guide to making difficult decisions. In other words, decisions that affect your ability to deliver what your customer values most are what we're referring to. So if you find yourself struggling with your customer definition and you would like this decision guide to help you better drive your sales that fuel your reason to exist, then there's just a couple of things you have to think about. One is you won't realize sales success until you know who your best customers are and what they value. You got to develop this knowledge. This is the first step. And this step is really anchored by an acknowledgement that your customers initiate the existence of your business while your profits validate your business existence. And if you don't feel that you're looking at them as well as you need to, then that's really the first step to taking action on this particular service offering. The next step is to not keep your profits at risk any further by trying to validate whether that hypothesis is true or not. It is true. It's a business truism. Because those who struggle, businesses that find themselves in these two lower stages, are here because they always have issues with sales. There's always something going on with their sales, and typically their issues in sales can be traced back to a poor understanding of one of these 7 organizing principles associated with that exchange of value between a customer and a business. With that, if you're ready to contribute a little bit of information and a little bit of thinking, we can help you. We can help you solve this problem. Because oftentimes when your cost of business is increasing faster than your sales, it's a sales problem. Yes, there could be some operating issues where some inefficiencies have entered into it, but more often than not, it's a function of not selling enough. So if you're willing and ready to do this, then let's get to work. Go to business-cpr.com/scheduler to get started. It's an easy startup. And what that output will do is will give you insights into what triggers your customers to buy, which will help shape your understanding of who they are so that you can then make better decisions that will result in you making more money with less stress. If you're not quite ready to talk with us, then visit business-cpr.com/MS1. MS1 is for marketing and sales, but go to MS1 to better appreciate how the ability of any business to make more money is ultimately driven by how well that business knows what matters most to their target customer. And that is where you find the trigger that triggers their decision to buy. Thanks for tuning into this video. Again, we are here to help you make more money with less stress. Putting a better understanding and view of your customer is one of the building blocks to doing just that. Thanks again for tuning in.